If you've taken the time to come up with a great business name or a slogan or a logo for your business, you may be wondering what the process is like to actually prevent another business from copying that name. There are a couple of steps involved in registering your trademark with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, which is what gives you nationwide protection for your brand. The first step, and a lot of online providers skip this step, is to do a search to make sure no one else has a very similar name to yours. A lot of these companies that are out there will actually file your trademark application for you without realizing that there are 20 other businesses out there using very similar names. Of course, this will prevent you from registering your trademark. So the first step is to perform a search. The second step is to complete your application and file it with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Now, the good news is this isn't a really complex part of the process. The application is pretty straightforward, and if you know what you're doing, it can be completed pretty quickly. But then the real fun starts, and you have to wait for an answer from the federal government about whether your mark will be registered or not. For most businesses that submit an application to register their trademark with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, the USPTO, most applications are responded to with what's called an office action. And this is where the examiner at the USPTO rejects your filing, but gives you another chance to fix it. And this is actually the vast majority of applications that get sent in. Sometimes they just want a little more information. Other times the examiner may find that the mark that you want to register conflicts or infringes on somebody else's mark. And this is where a lot more work can be involved to actually finalize your registration. This is where you need to do some actual legal research and writing and make an argument to the USPTO to actually register your application. This is, of course, way more complex and way more time consuming and involves a level of skill that if you haven't done this before, you're probably not going to get it right. And then after you respond to the office action, and there are some deadlines that you have to do this in, you may actually have to go back and forth even more. Maybe the USPTO accepts your registration, or maybe they kick it back with another office action that you have to deal with. And then once you get through that process, it's just a waiting game. If you've successfully responded to the office action, your mark will be registered and your brand will be protected nationwide. If you'd like to get more information about how this process works or additional steps that you can take to protect your brand, contact us today.